Then October Red, I'm joined with my favourite Birmingham man, Blues fan, Max McCracken. Welcome back. How are you?
How are you, Abby? You okay?
All the better for seeing you. We are here at the BCB Gym. We're going to get straight into it. Tori's just had a weigh-in, weighed in beautifully. No issues there. Second fight for Tori. Talk to me how she's getting on with her progress.
Yeah, she's doing great. You know, she's just inside her weight. She was 7 ounces under her weight. She's looking forward to tomorrow now. She's got a decent opponent in Wendelin Cruz, Nicaraguan, who's fought all the prospects and that. Usually, you know, she hasn't been stopped. She takes him the distance. So, be good learning rounds, sort of fight she needs to step onto the next level.
We talk about matchmaking with fighters. How has it been to matchmake for Tori at obviously the new established weight that you've got with her?
Yeah, well, she's bantamweight now. As an amateur, she was like flyweight, was like 51 kilos. She's got like 3 more kilos. So she's a lot stronger, a lot more comfortable. And yeah, like the opponents wise, I mean, the first one was like she's very experienced. She had like 131 pro fights. Tori stopped her in the 3rd round. This one looks a little bit bigger. Probably, you know, she's boxed up around featherweight and all that. So she'll get good learning rounds from this girl, you know. And these are the sort of opponents that you have to go for if you want to step up to fight for titles.
What is Tori like to train? Because obviously you've took her on from GB. What is she like in the gym? What's her training like? You know, as an example boxer, how would you describe Tori?
She really works hard. You know, she's a good box fighter. She's quite intelligent. She's quite aggressive at times. You know, she can do the both really. But she trains just so hard. You know, her workload's unbelievable. Like, she's up in the morning at 5:30. She's in the gym at 6 o'clock. Then she goes to work, and then she's back to me on the evening at like 4:30. So, like, yeah, you know, you can't fault her work ethic. She's brilliant, really good.
We're looking forward to seeing her put on some, you know, good shows, stopping opponents that have never been stopped, going in with another tough opponent. You as a trainer and as a manager, when you look at like matchmaking for fighters, what's your kind of like your decision matrix that you use before you put someone in with, say, Tori with this opponent, another tough opponent?
Yeah, it's obviously, you know, you want to take something from the fight, don't you? You want to learn something. You have to think on your feet in there. And, you know, let's say she's going to improve and develop. And this opponent's perfect, you know, very tough, never been stopped. You know, she fires back when she needs to. So she's going to be staying the fight. So, you know, it's a perfect fight, for where we are with Tori.
And we was talking about the fact that Fight Zone, as a promoter, have been really flexible, making sure that Tori stays active. If they've not got a fight on for her, they've let her fight like elsewhere to keep her busy. That working relationship that you've got with Fight Zone and how it's benefiting your fighter.
Yeah, it's been great. Like with Dennis Hobson, you know, he's made Tori feel, you know, really welcome, and he's got behind her and that. And you've got another lad called Noel. He sort of works. He's in charge of the boxing there. So they've been great. And when we said like there's a bit of a gap, the one show fell through, so they've got her on this local one in Birmingham, which is perfect. You know, she's looking forward to it. She's got a lot of fans coming, so be a good night. As long as she's switched on and sharp, you know, be a good fight for her.
Do you think she's going to take this one the distance, or do you think we're going to get another stoppage from her?
If the stoppage comes, it comes. But, you know, I just really, you know, she needs the rounds really. So, but let's just say, you know, you can't write her off and not stopping her. She's a work rate that's high. You know, she's carrying a little bit more power now as well. So, yeah, anything's possible. But, you know, she's just got to look to go 6 hard rounds really.
We love it. We're going to move on to your next fighter, your heavyweight Solomon Dakers, that's got another fight coming up August the 19th. And that fight is special because, once again, it's in Birmingham. Talk to us about that. And has Solomon Dakers got an opponent yet?
Yeah, it hasn't been announced yet. I think they'll be announcing it today or tomorrow. But we've got an opponent now, so I can't say who it is. But, yeah, it's going to be a 10-rounder. It's a tough opponent, good opponent. So, yeah, it's brilliant that boxing's in Birmingham. And, you know, people can get Ryan Sol now. They've got, you know, a really talented, good heavyweight that I think is going to do big things in boxing.
I know you said it's a tough opponent and you can't really tell us who it is. Solomon's quite keen to put his footprint on boxing. I know a lot of people have questioned, has he got the power? One thing he has got, and it's undeniable, is his engine. Does he want to start getting his opponents out of there as opposed to getting those rounds in? Because everyone's confident that he can go the distance with any fighter. Is he going to start to really put those show-stopping stoppages on?
Yeah, it's always the aim in heavyweight boxing to to get them out of there, and they want these like spectacular knockouts and all that. But if you look at Sol's matchmaking, he's had real tough kids. Like some of the opponents he's fought, they've never been stopped, and the ones that have been stopped, like very rarely. So he's had good learn. I'm happy because he's had real good learning rounds so far. The power's there. I know the power's there. I'm in the gym with him every day. I know the power's there. And over these 10 rounds, you start breaking people down and getting them out of there. And you'll see the knockouts coming for definite.
We love it. We're going to move on to my two little favourites in the gym. They're not twins, but they are to me. Tion and Corey Gibbs. What's happening with those guys and when are they out, Max?
Well, we've got fight dates pending for both of them. I was speaking to people in the week, and there's potentially fights. They've both got fights coming up, but I can't announce the dates just yet. But they're not too far away. So, they're both in the gym. We'll switch the sparring up this week now with both of them. And they're just ready to go. They're always in the gym. They're always fit. So with them, if we get a date like 3-4 weeks, whatever, they're always ready.
You mentioned like switching the sparring up with them. What does that mean when you say like switching it up? And what's the benefits of doing that? I know it sounds quite obvious, but...
Well, they'll just be, like with Corey, we'll be getting people in like from lightweights to welters. There might be one super welterweight coming in, which he needs these tough competitive rounds. Same with Tion. Tion should have something coming up soon, hopefully in September. And, they just need to be sparring like twice a week now up to these fights.
And finally, before we go, actually, this is quite a good question. We've got, obviously, Anthony Joshua coming up to fight Dillian Whyte, which is the week before Solomon Dakers' fight. Your thoughts on how that fight goes and why?
You just got to see. I don't know how much Dillian Whyte's got left. And same with Joshua, really. I think he's seen better days, hasn't he? Both of them. But it's a tough fight. Dillian Whyte always comes to fight. He always comes to win. He's a proper fighter, he is. And I think if Joshua mixes it up with him at times, he could leave himself open and be in a bit of danger. But let's just say I can't really pick at the moment. But it's a good fight. But you want to see bigger fights than that. Really, you want to see like Joshua and Fury, Joshua and Wilder and that. But Dillian Whyte's a good fight, and he's I think he's got still got plenty left. For a fight like this. So I think it's 50-50 at the minute.
We're definitely looking forward to that. Comments that have sort of gone backwards and forwards as well, because obviously your brother trained Anthony Joshua basically from the beginning up until, I think Ruiz 2? Your brother was with him. There's been a bit of to and fro. Carl Froch has got involved, sticking up for your brother, saying all sorts of stuff like that. Your thoughts on that, Max? Because obviously you were there as well. A lot of people don't know that yourself, Seltzer, all of you guys were in the corner of AJ from the beginning. So your kind of thoughts on that when he said he's given so much of his life to Rob, and Rob was more concerned about the amateurs, Team GB, than he was about his professional career?
I don't know. I don't really want to get into it, but I mean, they were great together, wasn't they? Robert and Joshua. Look what they won. They won the Olympic gold. They won, world titles, unified world champions. So I just think a lot of it's been blown out of proportion, really. Do you know what I mean? I know he's got a lot of respect for Rob, Joshua has, and he's helped Joshua throughout his whole career. He wouldn't have had no career without Rob. Let's be honest. But I don't really want to get into it. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, that's about it.
I love it. See, the Brum is just straight to the point. Yeah, don't want to get into it, but it is what it is. Listen, Max, it's always a pleasure. Thank you so much for your time, and all the best with Tori tomorrow night.
Yeah. Cheers, Abby. All the best.
Hi, and thank you for watching October Red Boxing. Like, subscribe, and tap the bell for notifications. You can also find us on Instagram at October Red Boxing and on Twitter, October Red UK. And remember, at October Red, we stay ready.